Hello guys, I'm DailyFix and welcome back to X4 Reemergence. This is going to be the restart that we talked about last week. We had like 95% of the votes telling me to actually do the restart, and I'm quite happy with that because I made a lot of mistakes. So how about we just get into the creative mode, import the Terran Protectorate of DailyFix. This version 3. Because I made version 2 and it just didn't feel right, and once again I did forget to give myself blueprints, and this time I did not. However, there is one in there that I kind of do not want, especially this one. Come on, do I really need to? It's required for at least one selected station. I have them, well it's fine, okay, we'll just keep it. It's cool. This time we will be starting with the blueprints. Like I said, we are going to be having the energy cell production. We got some of these storages. I know you usually do not start with these, with the solid and the liquid, but I felt you guys would be okay with that. As for the luxury dock, the 4 medium 10 smalls and a tier 1 pair. Let's go to the starting ships, which is going to be called the road tank. It's the Callus. The Callus we have decked out with Combat Engine Mark III, which we'll most likely use the money from to actually fund our very first mining ship. We got the Combat Engines Mark II. We got 4 Terran Mark III shields. We have the Maelstrom weapons. I'm starting to get used to them, and boy, they are strong, and yeah, I'm looking very much forward to that. As for software, it's everything they got. We got 13 satellites, 2 resource probe. I might actually just go down by 1 resource probe. Reason for that is we usually just, well, we could also do 3. There's 3 areas which have resources. And because we're also going to be doing the Terran Militia, we're going to be making sure that we at least have 5, a room for 5 deployables, which will be the mines. As for crew, Terran Soul Freighter Elite, 2 of them, and they're just going to be service crew members, nothing more. I didn't want to give myself too much. That ship, 2.7 million. As for property, I wasn't going to do it, but I am actually going to. I'm going to be starting with the headquarters. Reason for that is we are going to be playing the Xenophobic Terran Protectorate, and to get Delbasta we would have to do the Atikva storyline, and that just didn't feel right. As for the POS, I think it's not that difficult to get anymore. I think if you just follow a tiny bit of the how they called again, the alliance of the word, you will just find the station. But although, yeah, I just didn't want the bottom. Now this time we're not doing that in Earth. I decided to actually drop the POS in the asteroid belt. Well, most likely we'll be creating different trade stations across the Terrans as well as the Pioneers area, so the manager doesn't have to be too smart, but of course we do want to level up any trade going on. And also, having this in the asteroid belt, it does make it extremely important to fight any invading forces off, and I'm looking very, very much forward to that. So as for the universe, we only know the asteroid belt. Faction relationship, I decided to also include the Pioneers to level 20 this time, so we could get everything we want from them without too much hassle. We've always been there anyway, so yeah, why would we make it too difficult to start doing missions for them? We will at some point for sure. Story states, yes, we will start with the HQ. Seta and Delbasta. We have the Queendom restored because there's nothing more annoying than to get into a game and then we're having to go to Sanctuary of Darkness, having to run them, and yeah, like I said, we are the Xenophobic Terran, and we don't want that. This time I didn't mess with the Terran Covert Ops. Last time I chose the status quo, which was a huge pain in my ass because nothing was going on. We could also go with the Terran conflict, but I'm not sure if we or the Terrans are strong enough to just deal with a joint alliance of the Argon Federation and the Antigon having war against the Terran Protectorate. But this is definitely where I would like to have my game go towards. I would like to have a lot of war. So, as for research, none of them. There are rules. We'll be going over them once we get into the game. So, I'm going to be starting this game and I'll meet you at the start because we have a few settings to make. Okay, let's quickly press the pause button here. Now, I had some issues with some blue screens of that, so I'm a bit anxious about this. There you go, pause button, and yes, let's go over our mod list because that is going to be important. Extensions, there we have it. We are using the data economic script now. Rotang did make me a people script, which will drop some of the defending crews down just to make sure that this is going to be playable. The reason for that is every ship will have advanced marines, and that's going to be quite difficult for me to actually start training marines. So we'll get to the reasons in that shortly. The Dead Air Reemergence mod with the Dead Air script. Flyby looting, we got the CUDA AI tweaks. I think you can also use these to do the friendly fire stuff, but I'm not particularly sure if that is... I think so, yeah, I think that is true. We have the mod support API. We got mule supply and warehouse extended. That's why we want to have multiple trade stations, and we can just use the mules to make sure those wares will be distributed. We got the OTA ship pack. We got the Streggies, all paint mods, because there I will be picking some orange colors, guys. We got the VRO assets, we got the VRO himself, the X4 Reemerge expansion, skull and bones, and of course the Reemergence mod pack. All of these links you can find in the description. Now, let's go over extension options. Okay, we're going to be running with the war options. Let's take a quick peek. Where's my thing? Yeah, dynamic wars are enabled. Dynamic news is enabled. We are going to be playing with Dead Air evolutions enabled, fleets enabled, stations enabled, and we're going to be changing that to 450 minutes. Reason for that is this is about like 7.5 hours out of the top of my head. It should be enough to make sure that we start building up. So DA fill, enable, jobs. We're going to have expeditions on. We're going to have smart sector tags on. Do not touch gate, god mode, we are going to be enabling. We got the multiplier on 2. I will allow them to build in friendly sectors as well and player owned sectors. The reason I do this is if the Terrans or the Pioneers meet their end, there is a chance for them to respawn in my own sectors. This will give them a sort of a second chance. And I think that's going to be extremely important. Now, there is another thing that we can do. There's two. One of them is in, I think it's over here as well as quotes. Where's quotes again? Oh, yeah. Activate the guard for the 11 others. If we are on a roll and we think the game is too easy, we can actually enable that for all of the other factions. They will get a boost. The second thing that I would like to have your feedback on is the Dead Air Blueprint Analysis option. From what I get at, it is that if we scan stations down long enough, we will eventually get the blueprint. Why? Well, why? Because of the rules. Let's go over the rules. The rules, and they are of course in the description. We will be playing as a Xenophobic Terran Protector. We will actively defend Terran sectors. We can only trade with the Terrans and Pioneers, and that's where the analysis comes in as well. In order for us to do the research options, we will need quote-unquote like alien wares, and we are not allowed to trade for them. So that means we will need to do boarding ops and just attacking stations that provide those goods and just steal them. It will be a lot of things that we need to do. We can build no relations outside of the Terran Empire and splinter faction, the Pioneers. Now we already have a 20 with both of the factions, but the rest, they're only going to get worse and worse. If the Terrans expand into our claimed sectors, we will relinquish command of the sector. We will actively fight the Xenon and will try to exterminate this rogue AI. We will not be using Seta, and I will not be allowed to play AFK. So I'm not going to be starting up the game in the morning and recording a video in the evening, having millions and millions more than I would have. Yes, we will have to do missions. Yes, this will be a lengthy playthrough. So, like I said, stealing resources for research, and we will not be allowed to exploit the boarding. And by exploiting the boarding, that means that I will be flying to a ship, dropping the Marines, and just running with my tail between the legs. No, we will have to actively fight in order to get those Marines up, and then once they're on, then I would say we are allowed to break off just to make sure that we do not destroy the ship ourselves. With all of that talking done, let's go over the player information. We call DailyFix. This is going to be the Terran Protectorate of DailyFix. The logo is going to be mine. As for the default... Hey, what's this? Where are the other skin? That's strange. There should be a lot more. Maybe I should actually wait a tiny bit. For all... There we go. There we go. I spoke too soon. There is a orange one. There's so many of these. Absolutely loving it. Okay, so I decided to go with the Omega shift. Let's quickly go back. Let's take a quick look at our ship. There's so many great options to pick from. There is a lot of paint options, but I like the subtleness of this one. It's definitely colors that I would pick. So yeah, very pleased about this. With all of that talking done, let's go. Let's just get our back. Let's take a look. What is that we would like to do? Well, of course, here is the headquarters, and we should soon get the mission offer to join with the Terrans, especially the Soulborn. Is it Soulborn Militia? Because we're not really like Soulborn. Always forget how the name really is, but yeah. So many tutorial things going on. Let's quickly do a large scan, see what is in the vicinity, because we do need to get finances up. Bit of a fighter over there. There is a station, luckily. There's actually a good few of them. I was having a seat where actually not that much was going on, so let's go over there while we wait. Hopefully I've set up all of my audio settings correct. Man, I started reinstalling Windows and oh boy, I didn't know I had so many things I had to set up. It was definitely more than I originally thought. Let's take a quick peek over here. There was a mission, a mail, timeline coercion. That's great. I've never got that much into the timelines. I should, absolutely should, at some point deal with that. What kind of resources do you need? Silicon and methane. Let's quickly drop down satellite over there. Luckily we do have a good amount of them. Close down trade. There's a shortcut I always forget. 1. Really 1? Huh. Okay, cool. Let us quickly go over towards the station over there. So if this mission doesn't show up by itself, just jump to another system and back. It should really help you. Now these weapons are going to be quite difficult to deal with. They're only going to be pointing straight forward and they will shoot dead ahead. So do prepare to see me miss quite a few times. Next ship we'll get will have different weapons. I think the very first jump we'll make is going to be in the system right, was it? Which is, I believe, Mars. What is the Argon? What is that Argon ship doing? Okay, what's going on? Let's take a quick peek in the encyclopedia. How are the Terrans currently doing? They are enemies with the Argon Federation, and yet here they are. What is an Argon frog doing in Terran space? I don't know. Okay, whoa, a Xenon K? From over there? You are joking. I will definitely going in that fight. Definitely. Silicon. If I drop a satellite here, will it reach? How far is that? I need the pause button to go. Yeah, that will actually reach because that's 20 kilometers.
Disengage.
Yeah, we are great video, dude. It's absolutely amazing. But let's drop down the satellite and let's get to work. Oh, come on. Let's boost in until we see that they... Yeah, we know. Come on, give me the weapons. That is quite loud. That is extremely loud. Settings. Can I lower this a bit? Actually, I like the music. Sound settings. I think it's the ambience. I think. Let's drop that all the way down and shoot. Yeah, that's it does work. It is indeed that setting. Sound setting ambience, you can go to 20. I think that's going to be enough. Now he's actually... Come on. Come on. Ah, there we go. Will it drop? Let's go back.
Well done, everyone. Return to base.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Did it set up mission, perhaps? Oh, it did set up a few of them. Warning signs. Yes, I will take that. Yes, I will definitely take that. And yeah, this is going to be awkward because the and I've heard that this might be vanilla. Boarding ship, faction, Terran Protectorate, opposing factions, the Terran Protectorate, which are going to be awkward. Because I don't think this is going to be a skill plate thing. So yeah, quite awkward. Eventually we'll definitely do these. We'll roleplay it a bit like they got some hostiles or something going on there, but yeah, not right now. Let us go over to that towards Mars because we know that there is a shipyard over there, which we definitely need. We don't really need it right away, but we definitely do need to get a shipyard in the list because we want to get some mining ships. I get 10,000 credits, but we're flying a absolutely beast of a ship. Also, guys, yes, after I used all of the channel members' names, every ship that we will be using during this playthrough is open for you guys naming it. Quite like that. You can actually leave me... Yeah, you can actually leave me the loadout on specific ships, like if you want them to have combat orientated stuff like that. I think that would be fun. I think it would definitely now with how the shipbuilding is, where we can save loadouts and actually use names as a loadout. I really think that's a clever way of doing it. But yeah, I think we did do a lot of damage towards the towards that Xenon ship. Oh yeah, that's going to trigger for sure. Okay.
Entering Mars 1.
Let's do that one real quick. Protein paste. Carrier station. That's going to be the wolf. Let's go there. We'll definitely have to do a bit of exploration once we get going, but I need that station first, then we'll go back. We should get that Taladi ship doing its thing. Did we now get the Defenders of Sol? That's the mission.
Welcome, visitor, to pure and radiant Sol, bastion of peace and prosperity. If you too want to protect this utopia and the stars beyond, then do not hesitate. The Sol-born Militia welcomes any and all volunteers to join the Foreign Auxiliaries, subject to qualification, and contribute their expertise to help maintain the safety of the gate network. Remember, we are the shield wall of civilization, and together, we shall overcome.
Okay, that's a good amount of methane they want. Unfortunately, I highly doubt that we'll have some good pilots. Yeah, we got a... Oh, we need to fire him. Yeah, bye. We got 2 service crew members. Not the greatest on the piloting, but these are actually Sol-born. We're not going to be using any pilots from another faction. I don't want to. Would be weird. One of the first ships that I would really like to get, especially due to the boarding, is going to be the Flax. And the Flax will want because it has a crew capacity of 24. The ships itself, they're quite expensive, 3.5 million. But yeah, 20 Marines. We would need 2 of these ships to go against 1 large mining ship. We definitely do not want them armed. Actually, I'm still... well, that's going to be difficult. No, we cannot use this loadout. The reason for it, if we use this, then we're going to be we're using that quote-unquote like exploiting boarding that I don't want. So yeah, we definitely want to change this. Unfortunately, we do not have 3.5 million, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Gas miner on a loadout is almost 900,000. The loadout we made is going to be extremely cheap. So it has all of the Terran tier 1 stuff. We potentially wouldn't have to give any weapons. This would be cheaper. This would be the cheapest, to be honest. So that would be 700,000. Don't need those. Don't think you need targeting computer because you would just suck the gas in you, I would assume. Kind of don't need these flares, so 60. I like the service crew members because we do need to start leveling them up. This is going to be the Terran Protector of DailyFix, low budget liquid. Save as new. There we go. Let's remove this one. So if we take that, 600,000. We could get one right away, but yeah, I don't want to. Let's quickly accept that mission and let's get going.
Another foreign recruit for the defense effort. I'm assigning you a support for Cadet Xenon. From now on, you act under the mandate of Earth.
I can do
Follow
that.
orders, and High Command will look upon you favorably.
Now, this should trigger the Taladi ship over there. We're going to be... The enemies of the Terrans are going to be my enemies. Just to make sure you guys are aware of that. If we see any enemies of the Terrans, which is of course the Argon, they are enemies with them. I do not believe if we shoot them, I'm going to be skipping this because we've already seen the guy. But like I said, we want to make sure that they all dislike me.
We are looking for mutual opportunities to make profits. We are not interested. We insist that you divert your course.
Okay, there's one more thing that I would like to do right now, and I will pause for that, and that is in global orders. Response to attack is going to be escape. The first option is your civilian. The second is military ship. We will be notified. Found abandoned ship. You will mark that. Military, you will claim if possible. As for the logbox, ignore that, do not tell me about it, I do not care. Pirate harassment, your civilian ships are going to be attacking, yeah, let's not do that. But if you attack a military ship, you will be attacked upon. Let me know when that happens. Contraband, destroy crates, no, ignore him, I don't care about him. Police will always be comply, do not tell me. Resupply on high, looping on turret we will change this. Oh, we will. We will definitely have our turrets do more than just be additions to stations that do not do anything. For now, we'll keep it on defend, and I'm mainly talking about my stations. But at some point, I will attack all enemies. I will. I will have them attack everything that comes near. But right now we do not have stations, nor do we have anything that uses that. I will not change these unless they become extremely obnoxious. Now, as for the trade rule, like I said, we're going to do Terrans, which is going to go restrict all factions, with the exception of the Terrans as well as the Pioneers. Save that. Now we're going to be doing another one, which is going to be the Terran Protectorate of DailyFix, which is going to be these ship sales. I don't really care, and basically this will just be my own faction. We'll be using roles like these for mining ships. If we need minables, we will provide them ourselves. We will provide all of the other materials ourselves. We will not buy anything from anyone. But we will sell to our own faction, the Pioneers, as well as the Terran Protectorate. Blacklisting, I want to have sector travel on for civilian ships in sectors containing dangerous region owned by enemies. You do not want your civilian ships to just simply fly through Xenon infested territories. So I will restrict all factions with the exception of the Pioneers and the Terran Protectorate. Just this one is the most important. Military ships, I don't really care all of that much, but this is Terrans. Just like that, Terrans. There we go. We can also add systems to these if they are claimed by the Antigon or the Argon Federation in the future. We can definitely add them over here. Fire authorization, we will eventually set some of these to brutal, where we would definitely attack them like crazy, but not right now. Alerts, I want to definitely set up for large ships that contain of the Argon Federation, Antigon, and mainly mining ships, but every large ship will count. Okay. Now we're set up, and now we can finally start doing this mission. While we still have that Taladi whine about loose profitability and stuff like that.
You to change your course immediately
Okay, let's get towards the Silverback, which is a civilian ship, so that's going to be you. I love these new satellites, man. They give such a great vision. We do not need advanced satellites in hostile territory anymore. We can just build a defensive station with a satellite like that, which is perfect. Who the hell are you? Oh yeah, you're my wingman.
I guess it won't be forever. I hope you don't mind me following you around.
I'm assigned to you, mate, so I don't have a choice.
Militia, squadrons, and foreign auxiliaries. Those of you who were not lucky enough to be born on Terran soil, let me hereby welcome you formally into the ranks of the first and last defenders of the Gate Network. And to those who are Sol-born, or even Earth-born, to resist the temptation of heroism and put the defense of our sanctuary first.
I'm going to be waiting until she's done before I start accepting missions, because that's going to be very nice.
Already made Earth proud. Captain, the ball is in your court.
Much obliged. This is Captain Nowak Lee of the Military Supply Transport Silverback. Another welcome from me and my crew, and glad to see the militia is keeping its promises. All squadrons, prepare for liftoff.
Okay, let's quickly go missions again.
We're commencing our approach
Accept
towards
him.
the Sol Gate. Please keep an eye out
Pick
for
up some
resistance.
dude for 80. Yeah.
Undo what
Ship
you
siege we
count
can't do. Logbox, like those
I knew
missions
I could
quite a
count on
bit.
you.
Let's re-accept that one. And we are actually just going to go off. Let's go towards the next system. We know there will be Xenon. We just taken a mission that tells me to attack any Xenon ship, which I'm hoping this will count. And hopefully we'll be able to kill a few.
Entering system. Getsofune.
Getsofune, and they should be attacking from over that direction. There we go.
Xenon on fast approach.
Yeah, it's great, mate.
Engage while we prepare countermeasures.
Come on.
Oh, I was waiting for this. Yeah, time for
Alright.
a real fight.
Oh, he jumped towards the next system. That's his loss. Alright, let's go. Now, unfortunately, there is definitely a bit of my Achilles heel with these weapons. We need to be extremely careful, actually, because they do not target. Maybe I should actually go for some different weapons. Come on. That's one. Let's go. Hopefully that will count. Come on. Two,
Made it through that one.
Alright, let's dock up over there. Let's take a quick peek at the warfare mission. 3 of 12 that actually did count. Oh, this is going to be such a cool mission. We will definitely have to join with the Xenon Terran war. Unfortunately, the missions about
Autopilot. Disengage.
finding or dropping satellites, they are going to be far and far away. So I might just do one of them just to show you that we will have to travel through the entire damn galaxy. But still. They do give money,
Captain speaking. On behalf of
which
the
is always cool.
Silverback, I would like to thank you for your continued support during these turbulent episodes. We should be able to manage the last leg of our route without further interruptions.
No, here we go.
Hey, a piece of cake. Let's see what Mission Command has in store for us next, huh? Oh, now
our flag, aren't we?
Nah.
The rest of the network has
It's
to
not
say
even a
about that.
defensive station at the
Anyway,
moment.
following protocol,
It's
I'm
lacking
guessing
the
that next
module
logical
that
step
claims the system. They will eventually build that, I believe. But anyway, let's get towards these logboxes. That's why we needed to make sure that we had
Of course.
some room.
Military outpost without a minefield, eh? I just hope they give us the ones with proper friend-foe detection.
Let's wait. I do not have the hand
I see
laser.
they're still ejecting the same old multi-purpose lockboxes
Ooh,
in the
that's
hopes
a
that someone
weird
will
angle.
pick 'em up eventually. It's a miracle they didn't drift away.
Seriously?
Hijacked
Come
by
on.
Newton's vengeful
Oh,
spirit.
don't tell me I have to go get
See if
one.
you can spot them with your long-range scan.
Alright, that's one.
Those are friend-foe mines, all right.
How
Once
many did we
collected
get?
enough of 'em, we should move on to the
3.
deployment
We need
zone.
5. Maybe just go for this one.
God, armored. That's smart.
Come on. Alright, that's 5. 6. Well, we could definitely try to get a bit more money out of this. Where is that? That's over there. Let's go. That's 2. Wonder what that was. Still 6. I don't think we can actually have more. Yeah, okay, let's go. The Endgen are going to be dropping more ships into Getsefune. What do we have in our bag so far? Security slicer we not be able to sell. None of these are going to be helpful. These we should be able to sell.
Autopilot disengaged.
So, the more we get, the
Seems a bit
better. Let's
dangerous
quickly drop
placing
down
them
those
so
2
close
of
to the
those
outpost.
6 mines. Don't drop more than
who are we
that.
to judge?
Or 5. I'll keep 1. There we go. Reporting for duty.
Let's see how our fellow defenders have handled their part of the assignment. Oh boy.
I'm hoping to get at least 12 Xenon kills. This is where the admin center is going to be built.
Just one standard patrol left. Those are easy. You just circle around the station.
Come on,
for a
where
few minutes
is
and tell 'em that
the
everything's
trigger?
clear.
Encrypted
Around
connection
here.
established.
I think it might be that
What's
one,
up,
I'm not
fella?
sure. No, that seems like a mine.
What is up indeed, Cadet? There appears to be a nav beacon suspiciously close to our outpost. A nav beacon with no apparent owner and purpose. Investigate, but keep quiet about it.
There you go. I don't care much about. Yeah, okay, that's done. I say I don't care about it, but... Ooh, okay, he flew into a mine.
Never heard of that guy.
Oh, look at those builder
I could have
drones.
sworn there was some sort of signal at first.
Look at that, that's cool. That is really cool.
I'm afraid we will have to postpone your secret mission. Our scanners have picked up an approaching Xenon vessel. Saddle up and join the defenses.
Okay. Where? Let's go. Let's get closer real quickly. Everything is having going for the fun, and I do know we don't want to be the one. Oh,
We have to take it out before
it's already gone.
And it's gone.
And it's gone indeed. Yeah, that didn't take long at all.
All squadrons, prepare to launch. We have an incoming Xenon strike force. Engage when ready.
Come on.
Mission command signing off.
By the sun, what could be more important than this?
Come on. These weapons do heat fast though. So that's going to be problematic. Yeah, he's gone. Basically, we are, of course, in this one for the loot. I want to sell as much as possible. Still waiting for the weapons to cool down. Don't think they will shoot. No, they won't. Come on. Ah. Ah, finally. Ah, well, unfortunately we only were able to do 2.
Your enthusiasm here, but there seems to be a commotion.
That's a damn commotion. That's an Antican ship.
The Republic will not stand for
Alright, let's go.
Stand down, citizen. This sector is vital to the defense of Sol and the entire gate network. Given time, the Antigone Republic will certainly see the benefits of our protection.
nonsense.
Let's get closer to that. I want that.
Military occupation of
Give me the
neutral
loot.
grounds. Damage my ship, hurt my crew, and everyone will see you as the oppressors you really are.
Okay.
Chick show, that bumbling buffoon is about to waltz right into our minefield. Any squads in the vicinity?
Autopilot. Disengage.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a relief. Quickly, slow down that ship without injuring its crew. We cannot have another diplomatic meltdown this soon. And get me the Chief Secretary on the line pronto.
That's one.
You heard the commander. I'll follow your lead.
I'm already
This
done.
isn't gonna be pretty.
See, the weapons are extremely powerful, which is
Been seeing
great.
that turret's line of sight?
I know it! Terran scum!
Job well done, squad.
Shut up!
Let me be absolutely clear in case that trespasser's speech got to you. You are
Let's
not
go.
troublemakers. You are problem solvers. Our neighbors might not see it that way, but the network depends on people like you. People
Yes.
like us.
That's
won't
another
hesitate
Antican
to
ship.
do
There's a
what's
ship.
necessary. Now
Wow,
I
there's a
need you
lot
two
of
on
Antican ships.
standby while I sort out this diplomatic mess.
And we are triggering, getting as much as possible into this. I'm curious if they will actually attack. I don't think this one is actually Antican, but I'm not sure. No, it seems very much Antican. Now, there's an option.
This might be a good opportunity to buy a few
Come on.
upgrades for our ships.
There we go.
I've taken a look at
Let's
the
take a quick look while he's yapping. Let's.
for you. If you think you're
What do we
already
have?
just let
We
me
got
know.
145. Inventory wise, not that much, but I think, yeah, we are going to do this. We're going to be
Autopilot.
getting.
Engaged.
We're going to be getting a ship, which we will have to have on auto mining, and we're going to be making sure that. Let's take a quick peek over here. Hydrogen, silicon, ore. Ooh, that's not much. That is not much at all. Methane we can't do because we do not have a level 2 or level 3 pilot. But this should be enough still if we do the silicon. Even if it's just a tiny bit, that first ship's going to be important. We can also choose to maybe really
Entering system. Sol.
downgrade our ship. Let's actually accept this one. No, actually we're not. If we really downgrade our ship, we could potentially build this into our very first base. What is that? What is that? Why? Why? Why do I have that? Okay, stop. Let's get ourselves a crew member. You, my man, you're going to be working here as a captain. Congratulations, your field promotion. I don't have to do this then. That's also fine. You are going here. I didn't think we would get a ship with that. I honestly thought that I double-checked everything. Yeah, it's actually is a good-looking ship. That is absolutely not going to be useful to me. Strip it down. Oh, wow. No way. Okay, this feels like cheating almost. I'll allow it. I will. I'm not going to be restarting because that's a sickening amount of money. Honestly, didn't think this was going to happen. Let's sell that. Let's sell this. Don't want the crew. Once that's done, we'll sell the... Never mind. We're not going to be trimming the ship down at all. We definitely will be building our very first base then. Let's quickly... abort that mission. Wartime economy is now active. Let's pause.
Disengage.
We're going to be building our very first... No. We're going to be using the station. We're going to be using the headquarters. Definitely want to use the headquarters for this. Headquarters... Configurate. I want this removed because it's not Terran. And I would like to have a decent amount of docks on this, but I would like to use all of the sites, so we do need to make sure we get a bit of distance. Let's make sure that doesn't go from 0. Like so. And can I now fit in solid? Like so. And the reason I want to do it like so is because we do want to upgrade these relatively fast. We don't have to do that right away. So maybe 4. Like I said, we have the money, you might as well use it. I absolutely didn't plan for that to happen. Absolutely not. But if we do have that, might as well use it. Like I said, I do apologize for that. That will be more than enough. Do we have on site a build? We actually do, but... Oh, we actually did have the money for that. That's so cool. I like that. Confirm that. We are now going to be going autopiloting because we were going still in a straight line. I wasn't paying attention. We will be using the headquarters as a mining base. And the first one's going to be that. This is going to be huge, this station. Absolutely. We have ores, liquids, a lot of cargo, modules onto that at some point. The modules on the station are going to be foreign. Because I want to be able to produce everything we need in order to do the research. But I'm unable to sell those because the Terrans nor the Pioneers use those wares. Where are you? Okay, we are absolutely paid. You work here. Can I work here? Can you work here? No, you're busy right now. We need to wait until that's gone. Once it's gone, I will assign him as... because I don't think I have a captain with my own ship. Let's quickly give the headquarters...
All set? Then
still trying to jump, mate.
and see what Mission Command has in store for us.
You. Give that money. Unfortunately, we do need to change this, I think, because it's currently with my own faction. Let's go Terrans. Close that, so we'll actually be provided the resources if possible. Oh man, like instantly we get that. You work for me on the road tank as a captain, much appreciated. And we will pretend that we absolutely haven't seen this ship at all. We were just born rich. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. I have to go back and take a look at why we actually got that ship. This changes a lot though. Because now we can assign a manager. We can level up that manager. Who is the best manager? You. You actually have a manager... Oh, no, you're not. No, you're horrible as a manager. You're still better than the other dude. Yeah. We need to find some books. I need to find a manager book.
Thanks for your help.
So we can make sure we can do the jump. Really quickly just jumpstart the economy while we do this mission. Of course, we'll not be able to finish it. Like I said, I run with a rule and I will record for an hour. And then I'll start editing. And what you get is what's left of me recording for an hour. Just keep that in mind.
Autopilot disengaged.
You, recon fighter. Will I be able to get that? Why is that recon fighter still there? Where are you going? What are you planning on doing, mate? Now, he's definitely faster than I am. But he is also an AI. And stupid. So, yeah. Yep, there we go. That's the shield. And that's the rest of the ship. See how well those weapons are? They're quite cool, I like them. Let's get out of this place. We got the ship. How many do we still need? Wow, actually, more than I thought we would need.
Autopilot disengaged.
So yeah, we'll fly towards... Well, I would say we'll fly towards that, but that has absolutely... That's not going to make any sense. We're going to be building over here. Well, let's quickly go and order ourselves 2 mining ships. Now, this one is what I used in the past, the traveling engines. Let's quickly see if it's still valid. I'm going for a low budget one, but I do like to get the combat engines on there. Simple shields, mining drill, mining turrets. We'll keep this on because I don't think we need them for asteroids. I think this is more for cargo containers and stuff like that. But yeah, don't need flares. The Xenon, I believe, do not use missiles, and I do want those crew members. We're going to be calling this the low budget solid. Confirm that. Do it like this, low budget solid, so we know. We'll quickly order, let's order 3, confirm that. And since we're basically rich, configure the station. We're going to be copying this. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Copy sequence. And we're going to be doing the other one as well. Zoom in, come on. Right over there. Remove you, you, you. And you, let's get towards liquid. 2, 3, 4. It's 1. 2. We'll be getting money shortly. We could also go large, but I think that would definitely be using this to our advantage. There we go. We now have solid and liquid. We'll have enough places. I'm not going to do the cargo space yet. We have the builder, 1.7 million. Let's quickly add a few of the other ships. Gas ships. We want to change absolutely nothing. The other one is unable to defend itself as well. Did the other one have the docking computer? Nope. So that is going to be the same. I will leave it at that. Low budget liquid for the future. Free. Add that at free as well. Confirm that. Definitely jump starting the economy over here. But with that, we'll leave it. And I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.